We're here with Cole Custer. Driver of the number 41 Stewart-Haas Racing Ford in the NASCAR Cup Series. Man, this is a big deal. The last rookie to win and make it into the playoffs was 2016, but a rain-shortened race. The last time that happened wasn't until 2007. That's a big deal that you're a winner so far in the Cup Series. How's that feel?
It's huge, man. I mean, I think going into this year, we just wanted to be solid. And even going into that race, I just wanted a solid finish to try and get us in the right direction, kind of moving forward. And to come out of there with a win was it was unbelievable. So pretty unimaginable day. And I mean, it's just something I'll never forget the rest of my life.
I heard that you got a Panda Express fortune cookie that said you're going to have good fortune. So is that going to be a thing for the rest of the year?
I probably need to start eating at Panda Express more because it was I definitely got a good fortune. It said I'm going to have success in the future. So I need to keep going to Panda Express because they do a great job with the fortune cookies.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so you're winning a race, you're into the playoffs, and I heard that you said that this kind of takes the stress off from now until the start of the playoffs. Once the playoffs start, man, that's got to be ultra stressful. Are you prepared for that stress?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, that's when things pick up and that's when it gets really important. So it's definitely a lot going on, but it's a point of, I think I've been able to, experience it some at the Xfinity level and kind of got a feel for it. So it's a matter of trying to control that stress and those emotions, and you can kind of, have a good day from there and make sure you do the little things right, because a lot of guys are going to make mistakes under the pressure. So you got to make sure that you're not the one to do it.
I heard you've described your team, specifically the 41 team at SHR, as kind of an old school style, old school mentality. So what exactly is that?
I think for us, I mean, we're not probably looked at as the top, dominant team right now. So it's a matter of trying to grind it out, trying to get those good finishes, trying to, just do the little things right, not mess up. And I think when you do those things, you find yourself in some good spots.
You have to be almost perfect when it comes to executing the NASCAR playoffs. What's your pitch to say that you guys can make it far in this thing?
I think for us is, we're starting to put it all together. I mean, it's a matter of trying to, take what we've learned from all these other tracks and applying to the tracks in the playoffs. And I think we have a good idea, and I think we should be able to come back to these tracks for the second time and be pretty strong.
Consistency is huge in the NASCAR Cup Series, and I've heard you say that if you're just a little bit off, you pay big time. So how tough is it, because this is only your first year in the Cup Series, to be competitive every single weekend?
It's not easy because, I mean, like you said, I mean, you miss it by just one little bit, and you're 25th. So you have to have the track position, the setup, me doing everything right in the car, the pit crew. It's the whole package, So if you miss one of those things, you're not going to have the best day. So it's just trying to hit your marks every single weekend.
Does it feel real good when you can just unload? I mean, because now you have to unload with a good car. That must feel really good, unloading with something good.
Yeah, it's good when you're starting to pass people in the first few laps, and then it's going to be a good day. But at the same time, you got to keep up with the racetrack. So you can never rest, I guess.
I'm trying to put myself in your shoes, and man, if I was not able to practice every single week, especially with a brand new car and new racetracks, I don't know what I would do. Do you find yourself kind of trying to visualize more of how the race is going to go before you actually get in the car because we're limited to just lining up and rolling?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you try and look back at past races, past notes, and then also you try and, look at a ton of film, just trying to get an idea of what you're looking for going into the weekend. And like you said, you'll visualize a lot about what you think is going to happen and how the things are going to play out. So it's just trying to, run the race a little bit before you're actually in it.
The 750 package is pretty unique to, both the NASCAR Cup Series and Xfinity Series, and then we go and we have the 550 package. There's a lot to deal with, lots of different cars that we're racing. Do you find yourself having different driving styles? Because I heard that the 750 is more like the Xfinity car, and then 550 is just a different animal. Do you feel like you have a different driving style when it comes to just racing two different packages?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's been one of the biggest things too, is that it's constantly changing week to week what you're driving. So it's the 750, compared to the Xfinity car is somewhat similar, but the 550 is completely different. So trying to get used to that was not the easiest. I mean, it took me a few races to try and get used to, and I think we've just started to get kind of a better feel for it, but it's still trying to work out the little bugs at times.
I like what you got in the background. You got what year is that picture from? The 00.
I think it's from 2004. It has Jason Luffler in it, so I was a fan of that car and Jason, so I always keep it up.
That's cool. I like your setup. Do you have a where do you keep like the Kentucky trophy at home?
Right now it's at the shop, so I don't have it here yet. But I don't really have any good place for my trophies right now, so I need to kind of spruce this place up a little bit for sure.
Yeah. Is it weird spending all this extra time at home? Because, like, I know you guys spend so much time out on the road, and now to only show up basically on race day, is that kind of a weird feeling?
A little bit for sure. I mean, when you show up to the racetrack and you just walk to the car and get in, it's definitely a little strange. And it was a little bit difficult to get used to at first, but once you get used to it, it becomes your routine, and it just becomes what life is.
You're going to be racing for the playoffs for all the fans watching at home, but there are going to be some fans at certain tracks in the stands. Does that change just how it feels walking up to the car and the whole feeling of race day?
It brings a different environment to the racetrack. I mean, just the intensity, and I think the fans are always cheering or booing or doing whatever they're doing, and I think it brings some excitement to it. Where now before and after the race with no fans, it's very strange. It's dead quiet. You're just getting in the car. It just feels like you're going out and racing, and that's it. Where it brings so much more energy when the fans are there.
All right, last question I got for you. What track are you most looking forward to in the NASCAR playoffs?
Man, that's a tough one. I need some redemption at Martinsville. I think that's a track I loved in the past, but I didn't run good there in the springtime. So I think hopefully we can come back there and run good.
Yes, well, Martinsville, that's going to be a big key race, an elimination race, and could possibly get you into that championship four. Cole, I appreciate you taking the time, and I can't wait to see where that Kentucky trophy goes in the background. Maybe you can get a couple more by the end of the season.
I hope so. Thanks for having me on.